This should be where Kokomi said. Do you still? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek... Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to...
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. We could split into two teams. One to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind... Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one and...
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first...
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave?
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost.
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as... Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been... Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we...
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever...
Good. There's not a moment to lose. Watch yourselves.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us.
Freeze! Crisp!
Dodge this!
Let's end this quickly! Cut!
No escape!
Cool it! This was well done!
Don't get frostbite. Free! Disappear! Dodge. Don't push your luck. Cool it!
Come a little closer.
Dodge this!
Let it rain!
You're in.
Windblade! Ah! This moment will be frozen in... Cool it! With the wind!
Right there. This is bad.
Yeah. Windblade! Freeze!
Comrades! They've set the ship on fire! An arson attack! Curse them! They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it! Killjoy! We've only just begun. No excuse for slack.
Wind blade!
I see through you!
No escape!
Can't run! Miscalculated.
Yeah.
Cool it! Freeze! Yeah. What? Cool it! Oh, so sorry.
That seemed to work.
Dodge this!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
Freeze! Wind blade! Dodge this!
Must counterattack.
What? Disappear! Freeze!
Go, go, Baron Buddy! Let it rain!
Dodge this! Wind blade!
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape.
What's that you're holding? Is it the... Let Paimon see! Oh, wow!
Yeah. Well, no, not...
Are you
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational... Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every...
Oh, understanding
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting... Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy...
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well. Anyway, we're here because Kokomi...
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also... I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but they used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is...
Sounds good! Ready when you are!
Wait, aren't you... Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. I wasn't with Swordfish 2. But oh, you really gave it to those Shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as her excellent, and all the more so now that you're back, is
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Unsettled. Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it.
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryou Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating.
Wait, for real? You're sure?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together.
I knew it! The Tenryou Commission.
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Hey there. What you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing?
No, let's not mention it.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should... welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish,
Paimon definitely detected some hot...
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryou. I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing.
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this. Take him away!
Wait! Kokomi! Something's going down over here! You should...
Your Excellency! This merchant is suspected of criminal activity. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock. I have...
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone, Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the but before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance. If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent... Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here.
Of course! I can explain. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on some... but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First,
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his good. And even if they did, it'll...
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? I suppose it is true. What's that got...
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already... We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the... But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose...
It has been brought to my attention, yet. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged. Kujo-Sara and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use... But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall... If that's the case, then the peace... Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way.
Very well. The potential ramifications of... However...
Yes, of course.
Matsuda?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, I mean, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I also have a few...
find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a hilichurl camp.
Looks...
Not by brute force, that's for sure. Our enemy is in the light while we are in the shadows. Option 1. Take the king and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence if we strike from above. Option 2. Hit them if we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without they'd be caught completely. Option 3. Use the environment against them.
Wow, that's our grand...
That will depend on our assessment. A surprise attack from the air with an explosion. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. There's the swordfish captain I know. It's decided. We should take them down. Hold the line!
Well met. This moment will be frozen in time. You can't run! Well... That all you got? Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun. This isn't over. Let's move.
Rest and rebuild!
You can't run this! With the wind! Cool it!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
You haven't seen the last of us.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Allow me!
You can't run! Well, freeze! I see through you! Killjoy! We've only just begun. Dodge this! Leaving so soon!
from debt.
That wasn't but it happens. Battles are complex things, and the situation evolves constantly.
Seems like as soon as the fighting started...
And yet, the outcome is quite satisfactory. I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui. What's their objective? Let's go with...
All right, time... So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little... Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials! This is way too dangerous! We should tell Kokomi right away! Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items. So in all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as
He's hardly a saint, though, right? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, are we?
Don't worry. I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of if he had taken the time to read the decree.
Kokomi, you think of everything!
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the the low energy doesn't exactly help. Nothing. Come on. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of the—
Got it! First we mend the
My goods! Thank you, Your Excellency. You see, I told you I was in...
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole...
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left...
But...
No ifs, no buts. We recovered the goods.
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have...
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential... You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side...
I have no business taking sides. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious...
Wait a minute!
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away!
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. I know.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this. I know the peace talks are coming up, so...
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it... I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. The next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the Shogun's existence. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust... I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have...
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy... Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay?
Thanks for your concern.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, if we reconcile with them, the god who once...
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over.
I know, it's just... we should remain strong.
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the
Wonderful.
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place... do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency directly, she must make the most of it. I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature and intelligent. My daughter has...
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year. Let me bring you up to speed on the latest situation.
Oh, Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish 2? Will he be based on Watatsumi Island from now on?
Your Excellency!
Please, though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit... Are you alright? This kind of...
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items.
Oh! We retrieved those already.
Really? That's fantastic. You never... I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meet.
That's today?
Yes. The two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just waiting for you.
I see. Well, let's rendezvous to...
Yay! The victory feast!
That
At least the war has ceased for the time being. Not bad at all. It's still a bit sore. With General Goro around, even on the front lines, nothing bad will happen. At least the war has ceased for the time being. Not bad at all.
Should be a bit better bandaged up like this.
Huh. Kokomi isn't here yet. That's weird. She doesn't seem... How is she still not here? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where...
So strange.
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for... let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, the footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times. I'm sure this is the right course of action.
Kokomi really does think of everything. All right, let's find the place she wrote about and have a look. Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in.
You're in for a little
Cool it.
You.
Freeze.
He. Huh?
Cool it.
Come a little closer.
Dodge this.
Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet...
I apologize.
You got sick? Look...
No. It's nothing like that.
You run on energy?
No, it's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it, but... You noticed? To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their... You're somehow supposed to make people feel... But because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the... So, whenever I feel overwhelmed... Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I have to make a speech tonight. And I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that...
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. I was reading a book last time I was here, but... I only got about...
We'll find it for... And then we'll read it out.
You do that... for me? I'm really lucky you came back to Atto1 Island.
Whoa. So does Kokomi make time to deal with Sangonomiya events? This is a lot of work for one person. Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted? Swordfish Captain came back today.
That's just, give it...
Guess that was the wrong one. Let's keep looking. It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Well, let's take it over.
I'm not sure, actually. Yes.
Kokomi? Oh no, she's fallen asleep. Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention that the peace talk... You sure that's a good idea? She does look pretty exhausted.
Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you sleep? What time?
Yep, you've been out for ages.
I can't... I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves...
Woohoo! Kokomi's back!
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the
Oh, how much energy will that take?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you.
That's great!
Welcome, everyone! Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for... Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, this feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. I still have no further lead, and I'm concerned that something might happen at...
Okay, sure.
A friend of mine would...
Watatsumi Island. Recently, well, the biggest thing for us is that during the hostilities, the open sea, when the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. We'd go to bed ravenous. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your...
Oh!
Come on, take...
Okay.
Hey there! Care for some fruit and... Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? I've heard rumors. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing... It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Yeah, I really hope we don't go making any more trouble for ourselves. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions, you may as well go and talk to him.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is. This guy...
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon.
Nuh-uh. We would never run...
Is that so? All anyone do you remember what the most important thing... You got that right. So I'm gonna put you... I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat...
Ugh, this guy. What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
Windblade!
You're a strong fighter. No wonder you really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can... Captain, comrade, we made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission colluding with...
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryou...
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why... What's to stop the Tenryou Commission from... We are the Resistance. We can't trust the Tenryou Commission. Surely you agree?
His point does kinda make sense. Yeah, everything you said... Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked...
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. What would you... For the sake of victory... We embody the warrior's will. You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary... Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever.
Too late? Darn. Doesn't seem... What are we gonna do? This is really Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui is below. They wanted the peace talks to break down.
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier. I think I understand what Kozen means. The talks don't begin until tomorrow, but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are. I highly suspect that one of Kozen's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated.
Well, that's no good. Do you want to?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards, it would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, let's meet here again tomorrow. Well, here. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure. I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way...
Whoa. Let's see. Fierce dispute. Wow. There are so many...
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. But any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility... Excellent. It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastate. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. He's here to bear witness to the proceedings. He experienced the war between us firsthand, and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today.
Seems reasonable. Then let's... The first item is the Maritime Administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Naru. We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission, while any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be...
Negotiations seem to be going...
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi, and the same economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island... Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize...
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou...
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
The last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu! The situation had... Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe...
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have... You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation.
That's enough. When we return, might I remind you that this is the Fatui. Have you You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever. Let alone...
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
owe her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep... One day, I will hunt them down. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please...
But of course, Madame Kujo. I have every... For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore...
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou... As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation.
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive now.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as a I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will...
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring... I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear.
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my...
Your Excellency, we...
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Your Excellency!
I have already been informed on the reasons for your action. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the... Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop, I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to... During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was that you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war. I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's...
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under
Very well. Then I hereby declare... that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping... You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned, the training will be grueling.
Your Excellency, what are you...
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute... It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time. All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And if there is...
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency.
I think that's... I can feel my energy level starting to drop. Thank you for everything. With your help, recovering slowly. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiation. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off. In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, restoring peace, but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kinds. I have a long way to go. But that's, in short, I've still got some maturing to do.